That was beautiful all night last night.
Oh man, those colors right in the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Lost the trail again. Beautiful view in that direction. Trust me. Not only did Travis forget his trekking poles, but I forgot my trekking poles. I was planning to talk about how much better that trail was. Hey guys, I'm Dan from ShastaBubba Adventures, and I'm here with my buddy Travis.
From Mountain Wanderers.
And we are back at the Mallard Larkins area, and we're at the Sawtooth Saddle just getting ready to head back in. And I'm going to call this the Redemption Tour. I was thinking of calling it the Revenge Tour, but that seemed like some bad karma.
Yeah.
Travis is kind of thinking maybe there's such a thing as a curse of the Mallard Larkins, because crazy stuff seems to happen every time he's been here.
It's rugged country. It's going to throw a curveball at some point.
It always throws a curve. That's better than curse, isn't it? And last time that happened when Travis's dog Timber came up a little lame and we had to bail. But it was still fun and still beautiful. And so we're excited to be back and give it another shot. So the curse or curveball may have already struck, because not only did Travis forget his trekking poles, but I forgot my trekking poles, which kind of sucks for him, but bigger suckage for me, since my shelter depends on it. He's a hammock sleeper. So that should be interesting, and we're kind of hoping that's the end of the curveball of the Mallard Larkins. What are the odds?
Low.
Yeah. All right, so round 2 of the Mallard Larkins. Let's go.
Yep, let's get it.
Things have really opened up now. Just about a half a mile to go. The trail was in great shape for a little over halfway down, but it got worse the farther we went, and the last 3 miles were really bad. There were a couple of horse packers ahead, and they helped us by tramping down the brush, but killed us by chewing up the trail in the soft ground. Looks like the trail kind of drops off here. I fell once and came down hard on my left knee. Didn't think too much about it at the time, but that would come back to haunt me later. Pretty sketchy. Hard work. That's a long ways down.
Sure is.
We're gonna have to climb all the way back up in there tomorrow. Pretty happy we found an actual campsite.
I am stoked.
Complete with monkey lantern. We were getting pretty desperate, willing to take anything. But we got a nice campfire ring right next to the little North Fork of the Clearwater. Beautiful view. Good couple of sites to set up in. Well, we made it down to the water. That was a little harder than either of us expected it to be. There was some, the horse packers that we were following the whole day were at the Trapper cabin, so we decided to push on. So I think we were 1.5 to 2 miles, something like that, beyond the Trapper cabin.
Yep.
Which makes a total of...
I had 11.5.
Yeah.
I think we have GPS is saying 3 different things.
We have a discrepancy of GPS.
11.5 is the shortest.
Yeah.
So we'll go with it.
We'll say that. And at least 27,000 elevation loss, although I'm sure it's more than that now because of the extra mileage. We climbed up a bit and then back down a bit.
Yeah.
So we're both
getting down in here.
Yeah.
It was a drop.
Yeah, we're both feeling that, and we get to go back up it tomorrow. I was planning to talk about how much better that trail was than last year until we hit that last third of it.
Yeah,
And
that was brutal.
that was terrible. It was really obscured with all the overgrowth and lots of ferns and nasty stuff to push through.
And then the horses had made holes in the trail, and that was tough going.
Chewed it up.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
Tore it up real good.
So we had to go slow and might be sleeping in tomorrow. But despite the great trekking pole fiasco, we made it here. I think we'll have some fun tomorrow. That's the hard day.
Yeah, holy shit. Now I'm scared.
We were talking about how weird it is to have a day that's all down and another day that's all up. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning. We're all packed up and ready to hit the trail. We were thinking that today would be the hard day, but yesterday was pretty darn hard, so not sure how this is going to measure up. We don't have very far to go mileage wise, but a huge amount of elevation to gain. It's probably going to be over 4,000 feet in about 7 or 8 miles if we make it to Heart Lake, and that's a if. We're considering Mud Lake if necessary. So let's go. Well, this turned out to be a really great campsite. Very desperately needed at a key moment. So grateful for that. Well, we climbed up out of the river, which probably, I don't know, 300-400 feet. It's quite a ways down there. And made it to the junction with the main trail, which is apparently this. Well, we checked our GPS and the maps say that this trail doesn't actually cross the stream, so we had to backtrack, climb way up the hillside. And hopefully this is it now. I think we got to switch back here. Well, we're about halfway through the switchbacks. And as expected, it's super steep, so we're taking our time getting up here. What was not expected is that the trail, once we finally found it, was in pretty good shape. And there's even some signs of trail maintenance. Not a lot, but a little. So we're really thrilled to be following a clear trail once we finally found it. Keep plodding away. Starting to get some views. Just a hint of what's to come.
Snake?
Yeah. Guess oh, there he goes.
About the time we started feeling confident about the trail, we entered an old burn area and lost it again.
Trail's a little sketchy through here. Lost the trail again. I'm thinking I'm going to head up that direction. Seems to be pretty close to where it is on the GPS. We just climbed down through that chasm, little trickle of water down there we decided to avail ourselves of. But it's a steep climb up this hillside. I believe we are definitely in the area of giant cedars. And we think we found the trail again. So that's good, making better progress. Well, they cut that one, but they didn't cut that one.
You guys missed one.
Well, we're following a trail that's just barely there. And the climb just keeps on going. No end. Whew. Well, we made it to the junction with the Hero Lake Trail. Although I don't quite see where it goes. But that seems to be the sign, what's left of it. Well, we think we got one big push left. About a mile and 1.2, something like that.
Something like that.
And maybe 600,
Maybe 800.
650. We're not in a bidding war. We're going to call it 650 to go elevation wise. So pretty pooped, and going to be happy to set up camp at Mud Lake. Decided Heart Lake was just a little too far.
It's a ridge too far.
Yeah, but we'll be okay for tomorrow. So big push, let's go.
It's got to have a name.
I was going to say, any idea what that knob is?
Close to the turnoff to Mud Lake, we ran into these folks, which was lucky for them because they had just passed their intended turnoff to Larkins Lake. Travis set them straight, and these were the only people we spoke to the whole 4 days.
Looks like we made it to Mud Lake. Awesome.
That's pretty good.
You get one?
I got one!
Captured
like
for
this,
all
right?
time. Yeah,
You gotta go
that's
like
how
this.
you do it.
Alright.
Back you go.
Oh! Playing. That's a big one. That's an eater.
Woo! Baby. Sweet. 2 to prove it's not a fluke.
Yep. Oh, and when I started getting rained on, I was so deeply sleeping. I jumped out and it was like I was drunk. I was staggering all over the place, trying to hurry.
Interrupt the most perfect sleep.
It did. Best sleep in the night.
Okay, so good morning. We're all packed up and ready to hit the trail, and I got nothing.
We're gonna hike.
And we're gonna hike. All right, let's try that again. Morning. We're all packed up and ready to hit the trail. Plan to hike about 9 or 10 miles today. Not exactly sure of the distance, with a little side trip up to Mallard Peak. And what do we think? About 2,000 elevation gain?
I don't know if our math is right. We might still have, well, today, I don't know. We still got 3,500-ish for the trip, maybe.
Right.
If we're right.
Left from here.
I think hopefully we're wrong about that.
And this morning it rained for about 3 hours or so, which got all the underbrush nicely soaked. However, it did stop just as we were getting up, and it hasn't really rained, just a little sprinkle since we've been having breakfast. So that's a pretty good thing. So we're just going to chunk away today, and no matter how hard it gets, I think the most important thing to keep in mind is Dan caught a fish. Two fish. Ah! After that, who cares what else happens?
Yep.
Mallard Larkins curse. Here we go.
Yep, here we go.
All right,
Day 3.
let's go. Well, we're starting to get some rain, so with the ridge walk and the breeze, decided to stop and put on the rain gear. could just barely see the edge of Heart Lake there. Clearing up. Now you can just barely make out the whole lake. We'll have to stitch together all the different shots. Give you a view of Heart Lake.
Yeah. Well, we were just up in them rocks.
Yeah. You just barely see Northbound Lake down through the mist there. I'd say that bridge has seen better days.
Mallard Larkins, you're lucky they put anything.
Put it in once and that's good enough. Well, we made it to the junction with the northbound lake. And it's a bit of a slog. Kind of misting on us most of the day. And I got a bum knee and Travis's back is spasming, so we're a couple of old men hobbling along today. We came to the junction for the Mallard Peak lookout, but sadly decided to skip it. My bad knee wouldn't even consider doing that steep side trail, and the fog meant there wouldn't have been much of a view anyway. There's a lookout we didn't climb up to. Okay, well, we've been debating for 3 days now whether it's a curse or just a curveball that the Mallard Larkins throws at you. And maybe it's just normal life, only a lot more of it that happens in this area. So today we had the rain came in and the clouds. After 2 hard days of getting up on the ridge for the views, that's when it all came in. And I kind of got lame with my knee and had a hell of a time getting to camp tonight. So what do you think? We going with curse?
I'm feeling cursed right now.
Okay.
It might turn back to a curveball once we get home for a couple weeks, but right now it's a curse.
Yeah.
It's a damn curse.
On the other hand, we have had 3 awesome campsites.
Yeah.
Every one of them has been just stellar. And I did catch a fish. So there is that.
2 fish.
2 fish. 2 fishies. So yeah, I'd be curious to hear from you guys whether you think there's a Mallard Larkins curse or is it just, that's just what happens. So we did 10 miles today. And what was the elevation? 2,200, I think you said?
Yeah, 2,200.
That sound
yeah,
right?
that sounds right.
Okay. So fairly easy out tomorrow. 6 to 8 miles.
I hate when you talk like that.
we're not quite sure. And it is the Mallard Larkins.
Yeah.
That is something we figured out, that a mile in the Mallard Larkins is not like a mile in other places.
Yeah. And this will be new trail to both of us.
Right,
So
yeah.
we have no idea what it's like ahead or if there's a trail.
Could be interesting. Or if there's a trail. Positive thinkers getting ready for day 4.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning. We could sit around pretty much all day swapping war stories from previous trips, making plans for future trips. That's a lot of fun, but we do need to finish this trip and focus on that. All right, so we might as well get at it. Let's go. This is our trail heading this way, but we're going to work our way over to that ridge there and follow that along back that way towards the trailhead. The trail just goes down through that little draw and follows this ridge all the way over to that ridge there where we're parked. One little burn area we're having to hike through at the end here. Thankfully and blissfully, it's clouded over though, so nice and cool. Good time to be hiking through it.
Well, that's quite a climb at the end there.
Yeah.
A little bit of a road walk at the end here,
Not too bad.
but it's downhill
Yeah, it's downhill.
and has a view. Here we are, we made it. Woohoo!
Get the.
There we go.
All right, so I'm gonna call that 37 miles total. That's the sort of low average of the various GPS units that we were carrying along, and a total of 8,000 feet of elevation gain and just as much loss. I'm gonna call that a legitimate workout.
Yeah, it felt like that.
Yeah. But even though the trail was crap in a lot of places, the company was always great. So thanks, Travis. Here's to another success.
Great trip.
And we want to say thanks to you guys. We really appreciate your subscribing. It really means a lot to us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Here's to you. Beautiful.
Now there's a good send off.
Yeah. Well, if you've watched the channel at all, then you know that I'm kind of sentimental about gear that's been around a long time, especially gear that has served its purpose and performed well. And even better is gear that is cheap to start with. And because of all those things, I'm having trouble letting go of these sticks. They supported me this entire time through incredible bushwhacking. And even though they're thin, they didn't break through that terrible stuff in the day of rain. So you can't just throw something like this away. So I'm just going to lean them there, leave them, give them a chance at another life.